Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Daughter of Increase. My name is Denise. For those of you who are new to the channel or who just happened to stumble across this video, and I'm the founder and CEO of Daughter of Increase Ministries, that is DOI Ministries, and here on this channel I help you guys to increase in your faith and relationship with God and Christ through Bible studies, book reviews, discussions, and more. So if you have not done so already, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and click the bell to stay notified of when I post a new video. And as you can tell, this is a reading vlog. So I'm going to try to make this a one-day reading vlog, and it is going to include technically 2 books, but really one Christian book. It's a biblical fiction. You could tell from the title I'm going to be reading Daughter of Eden by Ms. Jill Eileen Smith. I do have an e-arc for this. I also have 2 physical copies coming in the mail, one from the launch team and then one from the actual publisher for review. So I had my hopes kind of high for this because I read Miriam. We soft DNF'd Miriam. I wasn't feeling it, but I did read Esther, 5-starred that book from her, and then I did read the one with David and his wives, and I think I 4-starred that one because David pissed me off. But yeah, today is the 31st of January. I actually have my appointment today, my follow-up neurologist appointment at 4 p.m. virtually, but I'm gonna try to make this a one-day reading vlog. I will also be reading another book, which is Before I Let Go by Miss Kennedy Ryan. This is a secular contemporary romance, and I'm excited for this one. So I'll be reading this as well in between. But I have my e-arc on my Kindle, ready to roll. So yeah, it is currently 8:50. And so I took my son to school, washed my face and all that great stuff. I'm going to now moisturize my skin. And I do want to chat with you all a bit, about some things, but let me fix my candles quickly. I always snip off like the tips so that when I do go to light my candles again, there's not like a lot of soot buildup. I'm going to be burning, like I cut that tip off. I cut that off because I don't like all that buildup. It's unnecessary. So, okay. I'm going to be burning the rest of Twisted Peppermint. This is my last Christmas candle. This is Bath & Body Works. And so, yeah, I've learned to go for the smaller, like, single wick candles now from Bath & Body Works rather than the 3 wicks, because I just burned it in my room. So, I typically will burn that till about 2-ish, and then I switch to the other candle, which is going to be the rest of Moonlight Orchid from, Walmart, the mainstays. I actually like the Walmart candles. They're absolutely amazing. Don't sleep on Walmart candles now. They have the Better Homes and Gardens candles, but the ones from Mainstay are epic. I love them. But yeah, I'm almost out of this one. So beautiful. But yeah. So I did wash my face. I washed my face with the Clean and Clear Morning Burst. I typically use Clean and Clear Morning Burst products on my face. That's just what I like. But I've noticed that as I am getting older, it is drying out my skin, so I am going to be swapping to a new cleanser soon. But yeah, those never really used to dry out my skin, but I'm noticing, like I said, now that I'm getting older, in my 30s, it's definitely drying out my skin. So yeah, I'm going to use my Witch Hazel Dickinson's. I've been using this for years, This is amazing. I did try another brand. I'm not a big fan of it, so once I use them up, I'm just going to stick with my Witch Hazel from Dickinson's. But and I know people ask me all the time, like, what products I use on my skin, and so that's why I'm kind of showing it. I'll do an actual like skincare routine to show you guys in depth, but I will take it on a cotton round and just wipe it over and rub it into my skin. It gives such a nice cooling sensation and a little bit of hydration. It just feels so good. I've also noticed that my pores are getting larger. Like, I can visibly see my pores now. It's not good. Let me show you guys the see what I was talking about. So I am trying out these Humphreys witch hazels. This one is in the aloe, and this one is in the rose. So it's rose water. This rose one is to soothe and clarify, and then this one is to nourish. I have my gripes about it. I typically prefer the rose because it smells good, but I am going to use the aloe since it does nourish, and my skin feels a little dry. You typically will shake it first. And then pour it onto a cotton ball, a cotton round, or whatever. I use cotton rounds. That's just what I prefer. I don't saturate it, but I make sure there's enough, and then I just pat onto my face. I typically do not try skincare products. I stick to what works. But I think these were like on sale one day, and I was like, ooh, let me try it because it had rose in it, and I do love rose water on my skin. It's amazing. But that just feels so good. I literally just pat onto my skin. And yeah, that is me right there. Cool. And I'm gonna put all of this here. I'm just going to fan it. But how have you all been? I'm gonna moisturize my lips. I'm just gonna use this Vaseline Lip Therapy and rosy lips, whatever, and whatnot. Sorry about that, but I did moisturize my lips. Keep it real light. And so my hands are super dry, but I'm not gonna do my hands right now. I'm going to do my eye serum first. And so this is the eye serum I was coming out with. I opted not to come out with the skincare line, but this was one of the products. And I had two different brandings. I had my Makeup by Nays Denise one, and then I had Nays Denise Beauty because I wasn't sure. But it's just a serum for the eyes. It's like a gel type of serum that is supposed to hydrate and help with, let's see. Yeah, it's supposed to hydrate and help with the dark circles. I just opted not to do it, but I still have the products, so I do use them every now and then when I remember or care to actually take my skincare serious. Yeah. Pat that on my eyes using my ring finger because your ring finger is the lightest finger to touch that area, and I literally just pat. Because the under eye area is a very delicate place, so you want the finger that will have the lightest touch in that area. So while that is going, I then go in with this universal, so it's a universal primer, however you can use it as a hydrating serum as well. So it was like a twofold serum primer type thing. I just do like 3 pumps and put it all over the face. And I pat it into the skin. Okay. And again, that's the universal primer. It's an illuminating one, but it's also good as a basic serum. I also had a oil cleanser. I had a facial mask. I had a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it just wasn't for me right now. Eye cream I'm using is the L'Oreal Eye Defense. I'm just trying to use it up. I don't really have a particular eye cream that I care for. It's just I use eye creams to nourish. That's about it. So if you guys hear that noise, the house next door, their car is running. I'll take a dab like that and pat. And luckily the serums are quick acting. Is that the right word? They go into the skin quickly, absorb into the skin quickly, so I don't have to wait too long. And we just pat into the eye area. Get the other one again, same, and then we pat. Okay. There we go. And finally, just moisturizer. I'm using the Pond's Crema S 24-hour moisturizer. It says for dry to very dry skin. Honestly, this is not all that it's cracked up to be. I'm not even gonna hold you. I prefer the Cetaphil one. The Cetaphil moisturizer is absolutely hydrating. One from Pond's. Yeah, the one from Pond's is not as hydrating as the Cetaphil one. So I am gonna go with a second layer of the moisturizer. And it's kind of oily, which I don't like. It gives, as you can see, like my face is like shiny. It has such an oily feel to it. I don't really care for it. It does not hydrate my skin specifically. This one actually does better on my son's skin than mine, but and we're just going to massage it in the skin. Okay. Then I get my neck area. Cool. All right. So what I'm gonna do is clean up my mess, get my room organized because my room is crazy. I did not fix my room before leaving to take my son. My back is in pain from service. Service was crazy, and yeah, now my back is on fire because I hurt my back by hitting the pew. I'm just putting on this gloss right on top of the moisturizer. This is from one of the young ladies at my church, one of my little divas. She makes lip glosses, so between her and my brother's girlfriend, I always have lip glosses on deck. But yeah, I'm just gonna slap that on top. Yep, there we go. And we are hydrated for the day, moisturized and glowing. Ow, my back. But like I said, I'm going to clean up, put my ring on, obviously, and I'm going to organize my bed and stuff. Take this down, take this pin out my head. Yeah, this purple is again dying out, but I will be doing it personally. Well, not personally. I'm gonna have one of my sisters from church help me to dye my hair purple because getting the rinse is pissing me off because it tends to fade, and when it fades it's just not as vibrant as I would like. However, I have the purple color that I wanted to do, so I'm going to go pick that up. It's like $6 for the bottle. So I probably will do that, not this weekend, maybe next weekend. But yeah, I'm going to quickly clean up my room, and then come back, tell you guys about the book, and then get my day started. So let's get that going first. I'll be back with a coffee montage, and then after the coffee montage, we'll be back in here so I can give you guys a synopsis of, I guess, the secular book that I'm reading as well as the biblical fiction, and we can start that. I do have other things that need to get done. I don't really have a lot of work because I've been caught up on my work, and we're at the end of the month. But if my two clients message me, then obviously I got things to do. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get this room organized. I'll be back. Alright guys, so I'm back. My client ended up calling me, so I have to edit some stuff on her label quickly. If you guys don't know, outside of YouTube and the ministry, I do actual custom designs for people. I do flyers, I do video flyers, I do social media management, I do websites, I do labels and document printing and typing and resume revamping and cover letter revamping and all of that stuff. And so I have been marketing that business a lot more, and so yeah, that is what I have been up to. So what I'm going to do is probably swap the way these two are. See, that's pretty much what I do outside of YouTube, obviously, to make money. And it's a pretty good business. It can get hectic quite often, especially when you have like a lot of clients or a lot of things to do at one time. But I enjoy it because I can do it from the comfort of my home. I can do it anywhere. If I feel like going to the cafe, I can do it. If I feel like going to Barnes & Nobles, I can do that. But yeah, I have breakfast here to eat. I'm trying to make sure I get everything done before my appointment and stay on top of things like that. So this month I have had a total of about 16 attacks, but more like 18 attack days, because I've had 2 migraines that lasted about 2 days each. And so yeah, I have that information. My sleeping is still horrendous. My water intake is still horrendous. But I do have information that I can share with my doctor. And so I'm going to eat quickly. My coffee, I'm drinking Vavita from Nespresso Futuro, and I went with this one because it has vitamin B in it, or something like that, and it goes well since I take vitamin B2s, which I'm going to take now. So I'm taking 2 of the vitamin B2 pills. I have to take 4 total, but I take 2 in the morning, along with a magnesium pill. I'll take those in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I take my other 2 vitamin Bs. Vitamin B is B2. It's vitamin B2. It's not bad. It just has one side effect that I don't care for. And it's not like a really bad one. I have my water. I'm drinking Core. I ran out of my Cynthia and my Fiji, I believe. So I need to get more of that. I have 2 or 3 Core bottles left, 2 big ones. So it's the end of the month, which is great, which means I need to replenish my water. Obviously, that's here. But taking these real quick. And now the magnesium. And we're good to go. Going to eat these pancakes. Oh, these pancakes are hard. Okay, we're gonna not eat the pancakes because they are extremely hard now. Except this one. I'm just going to end up making oatmeal. But I'm going to work on this on my client real quick. Send it to her. Finalize it, and then I can move on to send her invoice. resize it. I can show you guys some stuff that I actually did for another client. She hasn't picked up her stuff yet, so I make postcards as well. So this is the front of my client's postcard. I don't want to show it too close because her information is on there. Can I like hide the information? Okay, so this is the front of my client's postcard, and then the back of it. And I created it, printed it, and cut them myself. So that's one service that I do. Obviously, I do business cards, and I just started getting into labeling products. And so here is a label that I created and put on for her. And so, yeah, I have the gift, I have the talent. I don't market myself well, and so that is a new thing that I'm doing, is learning to actually market myself better. Actually, I need to contact this client because I don't know when she's coming to get us stuff. So that's something that needs to get done. But yeah, I like to help businesses with their business needs. That's pretty much what it is. Let me just make it 3x3. Resize. We're just making it a 3x3. It is what it is. And then I'm going to lock this. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this, and then I will come back. And when I come back, I'll be able to discuss with you all the information for the book, because gotta get this client's work done. So let me get this done. Let me ungroup everything real quick. Yeah, let me get this label done for my client, send it to her, and then possibly get printing started. And then I will chat with you all in a few. All right, guys, I'm back. So we're gonna dive into what books I'm reading, what they are about, and all that great stuff. So one of the books I'm going to be reading today is obviously this, Discerning the Voice of God by Miss Priscilla Shirer. It's my nonfiction for the month. I technically was supposed to read this for February, but I started it in January because I finished my nonfiction for the month. And so yeah, this has been so good. I have not read it in a couple days, so I'm definitely behind on my reading, which is fine. So this will be going into February, but I am going to catch up on the chapter that I need to catch up on today, which is chapter 5. Hopefully my audiobook is still good. If not, I'll renew it. But yeah, we're reading this here, and it's just about recognizing when God is speaking clearly. My secular book I'm reading is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, and it's basically about Yasmin and Josiah. They basically, you know, were in love with each other. They were married, they got 2 kids, but they had a lot of hardship, and so they got divorced. And then I guess it's their second chance romance of coming back together to remarry. And I heard that this was heartbreaking. I heard that it was just gut-wrenching and everything. So I'm excited to dive into it for sure. Cover is gorgeous. And then obviously the biblical fiction, the main baby of this video is this book here, Daughter of Eden. It is Eve's story by Miss Jill Eileen Smith. And y'all know I have a love-hate relationship with Miss Jill Eileen Smith, okay? So I read, what's the name of that book? And I gotta look for it because I don't want to get it wrong. We're gonna find it. Give me a second, y'all. I read The Heart of a King. That's what it was. The Heart of a King. By Miss Jill Eileen Smith, which is basically the sort of bind up of her novellas on the loves of King Solomon. So it's that story basically rewritten and bounded into one book. And I think I gave that book like a 4. Yeah, I gave that book a 4-star. I said that I adored the story, but for some reason King Solomon just pissed me off. He irritated me to no end. He irritated me for some oddball reason. He just pissed me off. So I gave it 4 stars because Solomon just pissed me off. I have a whole written review down below. I'll leave reviews for all the books by Jill Eileen Smith down below that I've read. But yeah, that just wasn't it. So we gave that 4 stars. And then I read the what was it? Star of Persia. I'm trying to find it. Yes, I read Star of Persia. That's Esther's story. 5-starred it. Absolutely beautiful. I think I 5-starred it. It was a beautiful story. I loved it. Yeah, that was absolutely the most beautiful story, and I think I enjoyed it more because we also got to see parts of Vashti before she was removed from being the king's queen. And I loved the characters. I loved the king. I loved Esther. I loved Mordecai. Couldn't stand Haman, of course, and I love seeing Vashti in that. I then read The Prince and the Prodigal. Adored it. It was heartbreaking. I think I gave it a 4.5 star rating. Absolutely amazing. It's one story of Joseph and his older brother Judah, I believe. And so yeah, that right there tore me to pieces. And then I tried to read Miriam's song, and I DNF'd Miriam's song. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on with it or not. Right now it's a soft DNF. I think I got like 100 and some pages in. It felt like Miriam was a side character to her story, and I couldn't stand her. So right now, it's at a DNF. It might get a 2 or 3 stars from me, honestly. I might pick it back up, but that book it didn't do it for me. And so, I have high hopes going into this book, okay? This book here. We have high hopes. And so, Daughter of Eden is coming out on, what day? The 14th of February, so Valentine's Day is coming out, and it says, I'm reading it exactly from Goodreads here. It says, the first time she opens her eyes, Eve gazes on one whose beauty nearly blinds her, whose breath is in her lungs. Her creator takes her hand and gives her to the one like her and yet different. Together, she and Adam experience pure joy as they explore Eden, but her favorite moments are when the creator comes to walk with them, day after day, until everything changes. With one act of disobedience, Eve finds that her world is no longer a friendly place. With remorse in her heart, she must face the unknown future, the births, the deaths, the sacrifices, the loss of the one home she has ever known. Perhaps worst of all is the loss of trust, not only with her creator, but with the man who she shares her life. How will they ever survive out of Eden? Best-selling biblical fiction author Jill Eileen Smith imagines the life of the first woman to ever live, unspooling a story of love, loss, and the promise of redemption. And so I kind of have high hopes. I have read, I think, 2 books on Eve thus far. I have read Hava by Miss Toscali, which, well done. I think there's another book that I have. I don't know if I read it yet or if I'm planning to read it. Can't really remember. But I don't know, just getting the story on Eve and having just read Woman Evolve, which is about Eve. Come on now. I'm excited. So I kind of have high hopes. Kind of. Right now it has a 4.34 star rating on Goodreads. So I'm hoping to give this at least a 4 star for me. Like, I really hope to give it a 4 star. Jill Eileen is one of those hit or miss authors for me. I've noticed some of her books get a 5, some might get 4s, some might just be DNFs. It's okay. And so this is kind of like the make it or break it for me with Jill Eileen Smith. I do still want to read like some of her older works, and I think I have a few. Oh, I think I read Deborah by her. I enjoyed Deborah. I gave that a 4 stars. But yeah, I am interested to see. Yeah, I did. I read The Prophetess by Jill Eileen Smith on Deborah, and that was great. And so, you know, I still want to try to read The Crimson Cord, which is Rahab's story. I want to try to read Redeeming Grace, which is Ruth's story. She has a passion and hope. She has a bunch of other books that I kind of want to read, as well as the one on Rachel, Rebecca, and Sarah, or Sarai. And so, yeah, I'm willing to give it a try. So that's the plan. So I have it here. And I'm just going to go by percentage, try to get to like the 33% mark, because obviously it is an arc from NetGalley. My screen is really bright. Okay, so I just turned on my screen a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna try and get to this. So far, my favorite book that I've read from her is definitely Star of Persia, the story of Esther, followed by The Prince and the Prodigal, which is a story on I was about to say Joseph. Yeah, Joseph and Judah. So yeah, I am excited for that. Alright, I'm excited for that. And so, yeah, we're going to get into reading. I don't know how many chapters I'm going to read on camera because obviously this is definitely a copy. So let's see. I'm going to read the prologue and the first 2 chapters on camera, give you guys my basic thoughts, and then you guys know. If you are new to how my reading vlogs go, I'll quickly explain it, but you can also click the cards to go to my reading vlog playlist. I've done a few of these. I think I'm almost at 40 reading vlogs, probably over 40, I don't really know. But typically what I do is I will tell you guys the synopsis, which I've already shared the synopsis, tell you guys about the book, my thoughts, how I heard the book, or whatever the case may be. And then I will go into reading 1 or 2 chapters and possibly the prologue on camera, give you guys my initial thoughts. Then I go off camera and finish reading, and then I come back to give you like my thoughts of like the first portion. I typically do my reading vlogs in 3 days or 2 days depending on the book. However, I'm going to try to read this in a day because I am behind also on my reading, and I need to complete this book today as well as the one by Kennedy Ryan. And so I'm going to try to read these in 1 day. I can do it. Don't have a lot of work. And I'm just pretty much relaxing today because my back is on fire, and I already did my work for my client, just waiting for them to message me back. But yeah, that is that. So you'll see me reading in different montages, giving my final thoughts and things like that. So that's that. So I'm just gonna quickly do some things real quick and then come back and start with the montage. So the next clip you see will be the montage of me reading, followed by like my basic first impressions, and then I'll go off camera and finish reading to the 30 or 33% mark. With using a Kindle, they really pretty much tell you how many hours you have left in the book as well as your percentage. And so it says that I have 2 hours and 17 minutes left in the book, so the book doesn't seem to be that long. But yeah, so let me get myself situated and then I will come back to you guys. so I read the prologue, chapter 1 and chapter 2, and so far I'm intrigued. The prologue definitely gave sort of a, I guess, beginning to the creation of angels in the world, which I really enjoy the way Jill took the scripture and utilized it in that prologue, and seeing the creation of Gabriel and Michael, as well as all the other archangels and angels, and even Satan himself, and well, Lucifer was his name. What else? Yeah, it's so far really beautiful. I will say that there is mention of sex in Fade to Black, so if you're not into that in your biblical fiction, just know that. But obviously, back in the time of Adam and Eve, sex was good. God told them to multiply, and so I like that Jill didn't steer away from that, that she's inputting that, and it's not anything erotic or raunchy or anything like that. It's just mentions of them doing it do, clearly, and we obviously know that they're both naked because that's just how it was back in the Garden of Eden. And so thus far, I'm really enjoying the writing. The writing is beautiful. It's very, what's the word, descriptive. I'm definitely getting a lot of imagery as far as like the Garden of Eden and Adam and Eve and things like that. So far it seems like it's going to go well. We'll see. 3 chapters in, we'll see. That just hurt. Yawning hurt my back. My back is on fire, so I'm actually gonna get in the bed and finish reading. I'm gonna take it real easy today just because it's so much. So I'm gonna read to the 30 or 33% mark. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna get in the bed and read. And yeah, I'm excited so far to see where this goes. It seems really fun. I like the cute conversations between her and Adam. And I also enjoy the moments where God comes in. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. In the prologue, I love the way Jill describes the relationship between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well done. Well done. Superb. And obviously, we're not going to give too many spoilers because I don't want this to spoil it for anyone. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for this to be 4 stars. We'll see once I keep going. So I'm going to keep reading to the 30% mark. And let's see. So the 30% mark would be about chapter 14. So I can either end at chapter 13 or keep reading. And I'll read up to chapter 15. So I'm at chapter 3 now, so that's what we'll do. But yeah, I'm going to read now on the bed. My back is on fire. And I'll come back with my thoughts on the first portion, and then once I'm done with that, I'll get some other work done and then come back to read tomorrow. I want to try to actually get this video up for Wednesday, February 1st. But if I don't, it'll go up the day after this book releases. So we'll see where we're gonna, but I'm gonna go. And I also need to go clear my storage because it's telling me now that I don't have a lot of storage space left, and this is going to be a quick vlog but a long one. So yeah, I'm gonna get my behind on this bed and rest. When I come back, I'll most likely have on a shirt, the actual shirt. But yeah, let me get on the bed and I'll chat with you guys once I get to the 33% mark. Hey guys, I am back. I read up to chapter 14, so I'm at the 33% mark. It's chapter 15, so 15 and then 33%. Y'all, this is actually really good. Jill Eileen Smith did a phenomenal job in crafting this story, and I'm 14 chapters in, so I'm hopeful for it to be a 5-star, but I'll be content with a 4-star. It's definitely about a 4 or 5-star for me. 33% in, I'm really loving it. I'm actually going to continue with chapter 15. Let me see. I'm trying to see. No, I'll stop at 15 for now. What I have read thus far, I'm loving. The imagery is beautiful. Seeing the behind the scenes of what may have happened in heaven between, you know, God, Christ, and the Holy Spirit, as well as the archangels. Amazing. Seeing how Satan may have felt during the time in the pits of hell with the other fallen angels. Absolutely amazing. Seeing the struggles of Adam and Eve is amazing. It's definitely different from Hava by Tosca Lee, because Hava from Tosca Lee definitely gets into like real emotions. Not to say that Jill isn't sticking to real emotions, but with Hava you got to see like the first time that they threw up, the first time that they had to poop and things like that. With this is more so of their emotional well-being, right? Their mental state of mind, which I like that, because we don't know what life may have been like outside of scripture, right? But we also know how we feel as humans, and so to see that taking place between Adam and Eve, and even like their arguments and their disagreements, and them realizing that, hey, I shouldn't feel this way, but because of what we've done, now we've allowed these feelings and emotions that are negative to come in. And I really am loving the story thus far. Like, I am so excited. By the end of chapter 14, you see that they have their kids already. They got a lot of kids. Wait to make kids, right? But obviously we get mention of obviously Cain and Abel, and I like that you get to see the spiritual side of things between Cain and Abel before things happen. If you guys know the story of Cain and Abel, I love that. It is absolutely mind-blowing. And I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. So right now it's 12:30. I am going to take a break from reading this book, and I'm just going to read Discerning the Voice of God right about now. If I can just grab it without doing everything. But yeah, I'm going to tackle Discerning the Voice of God, tackle chapter 5. Yeah, and then starting tomorrow, I'll probably do it too. Yeah, no, I won't do it that way. But yeah, chapter 5. And chapter 5 is, he is persistent, and the focus scripture is Psalm 62:11-12, which says, once God has spoken, twice I have heard this. And I don't know why my bookmark is not there. Oh, but I did go to Barnes & Noble's the other day with one of my little sisters / mentees. So let me go grab that bag and share with you guys what I got. Hold on. Whew. Okay, and so I don't know if this is how it is in other states, but I know in Jersey has gotten rid of paper products in general. So we don't have paper plates, we don't do plastic bags anymore. They now have reusable bags, and yet they now charge for those bags. I know it first started at Walmart, and then the grocery stores started doing it, and now majority of the places like Rite Aid, Walgreens, so like stores in general, just don't offer plastic bags. They either offer paper bags or they offer the reusable one. So Barnes & Noble's had this one, and it's so cute. I got it because it's kind of like a unicorn. It's a Pegasus, actually. It says be one of a kind, be you. I went with my sis. She took me out just because she knows it's been a very trying time for me. Very trying, very much a lot going on, and I will do a life update for you guys, because I am going to talk about dating and things like that. No, I'm not dating anybody, but I did go on 2 dates. So yeah, we have that, and I am, back out there trying to see how things work. So yeah, I've had good experiences thus far, but yeah, she treated me out, and we got some books at Barnes & Noble. We spent a while, about 2 hours in Barnes & Noble. I love going to Barnes & Noble with her, but yeah, I got some goodies. So I'm keeping my bag, of course, because we just love it. So I always like to get bookmarks from Barnes & Noble's, so I did get that. I got these two. Oh, I just realized they're Erin Condren brand bookmarks. I didn't even know Erin Condren came out with bookmarks, but these are from Erin Condren. Erin Condren is a planner system brand that I have used before, and so yeah, I didn't even realize where it was from, but they're gorgeous. This one says Inspire, and it's that like rainbow foil. This is actually the coloring of like my utensils. I got black ones for my son, and then I got these like rainbow ones for myself. And then this one says Love. I ended up getting 2 of these and gave my mom one. Now, only regret with these were both $11.99. I don't understand why they were freaking $11.99, but my sis ended up getting this one and the other one for me, and then I got this one. But yeah, I needed new bookmarks. We love bookmarks, and they're just clips in the back. Then I saw this one, and it's pink and gold, and it says Inspire, and has like that blush color. It's one of the inspirational bookmarks from Olive Smith & Co., and it was only $6. I have a bunch of these bookmarks. I'm actually using one right now. I'm using a few of them. So I have this one here, which is actually a bracelet style. Let me just take it out quickly. And so what you do is, here is what it looks like. So this one says grateful, thankful, blessed on the end, and it has a cross with the jewels. What you do is you take this part and you stick it in here, and so you kind of pretty much have a bracelet. However, my wrists are obviously small, so it would look like that, and it's a bracelet, but I use it just as a bookmark. So it's a bracelet bookmark charm that you can do, but yeah, I just stick it in the book like so. And then I have this one here. I have so many from this one. It has a little book stack at the bottom, and then the lavender tassel. I have so many of these like all over the place. It's ridiculous. I love them though. So we have that, but this one is supposed to be a pink agate. Oh yeah, I forgot these come also like stuck to the things. I have to like rip off that, but yeah, it's pink agate up here with gold around it, and then it says Inspire. And so we have that. And then I had gotten 2 Christian non-fictions that I'll talk about, and then some fantasy books, because obviously I love fantasy. So this one is called Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tan. This is the first book in the Celestial Kingdom duology. I don't think the other book came out yet. Not really sure. I'm trying to see. When did this book come out? I know it's a recent release. Okay, it came out last year, 2022. And so yeah, this is a fantasy. I'm not sure. Okay, Chinese. Yeah, Chinese mythology. And this is actually on my Goodreads challenge nominations that I want to read, so I got the physical copy of it. I had an ebook, saw it already, and so we got that. And then I needed the first book, so I have the sequel to this, which I accidentally bought by accident because all I saw was the author's name, and I was super excited. And then when I got home, I realized that it said book 2. So book 2 is called The Howling Dark, but this is book 1. It is called The Empire of Silence, and this is based on the Sun Eaters series. I'm not sure how many books. I think it's 4 or 5 books out right now. But these are sci-fi, right? Sci-fi space operas. Yes, epic scale space opera sci-fis. And I'm not really big on sci-fi. That's just not something that I care for. But this series has been intriguing me for the longest, so now I have the first book. I have the second book physically. I do own all of the books that are out as ebooks, but I just wanted to have them in like the mass market paperbacks. They're so stinking cute. Let me grab the other book for you guys. If y'all saw what I was doing right now. Wow, I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff. But this is the second book. So Howling Dark is book 2, and then now we have Empire of Silence. So I am going to be tackling these this year. I need to pick all those papers up. They just fell all over the floor. Whatever. And then I picked up this one because I love me some Talia Hibbert. I read Get a Life Chloe Brown. I did not read the other 2 books, but I loved Get a Life Chloe Brown, and so this is one of her newest releases. It is highly suspicious and unfairly cute, and Talia Hibbert is just one of those authors. I just adore her writing. It's so sweet and amazing and real, and is giving a black girl magic. And so yeah, the cover is amazing. We love to see it. Obviously these 2 stickers are on there, but yeah, I'm excited for this to read it, and it's small, so this is definitely going to be a fun little contemporary to read. I think this is considered adult. This does not seem to be. I really don't even know. Is this adult? Is this YA? I don't really know the genre. But I know I love Miss Talia Hibbert. So let me see if I can see. Yeah, the Brown Sisters duology. I'm not sure. I will put on the screen exactly the genre. I mean the age bracket. It might be YA. I don't know. I did find it in the YA section. Not sure if it's YA or college. Yes. Okay, yeah, so they're high schoolers, I think. This is a YA. I'll put the correct genre, like age bracket genre on the screen, exactly what this is. But it's contemporary romance. It's Talia Hibbert. I'm here for it. So we have that. And then, you know, before leaving, I said, you know what? I wanted to check out some books because I particularly said this year that I've been saying it for years that I wanted to read more from, who was it? A.W. Tozer. I wanted to read more from C.S. Lewis and some other authors. And so I picked up 2 more of C.S. Lewis's books. So this one is Reflections on the Psalms. Got this because this is not in my bind up that I own, and I don't own this book at all from him. And so yeah, it's just going him and his thoughts on the Psalms. Yeah. In Reflections on the Psalms, C.S. Lewis examines the mysterious and beloved Psalms to reveal the timeless meaning behind these ancient and cherished verses. With his characteristic insightfulness and clarity, Lewis displays what the Chicago Sunday Tribune called the same keen insight and gifted tongue that have made him one of the most highly respected essayists using English language. So yeah, I wanted to get that. It's a really short read. And then I got The Weight of Glory. I really just was intrigued by the title. And just, I hear it a lot, you know, about understanding the weight of glory, understanding the weight of the name of God and the name of Christ, and it just intrigued me, and so I grabbed it. This one is addressing some of the most difficult issues we face in our day-to-day lives. C.S. Lewis's ardent and timeless words provide an unparalleled path to greater spiritual understanding. Considered by many to be his most moving address, The Weight of Glory extols a compassionate vision of Christianity and includes lucid and compelling discussions on forgiveness and faith. So we have that. There is another book from him that I want to get. So there is The Problem of Pain, but I have that in my bind up over there. There is A Grief Observed. I also have that in my bind up. There's another book that he did, and I can't think of the name of it. I will try to find it and put it here. I want to grab this book. I know it's about prayer. I think it's Letters to Malcolm or something like that. Whatever it says here. I believe it's Letters to Malcolm because the name is not popping up. Something with Malcolm. Yeah, it's not in here. I don't see it in here. So I believe it's oh yeah, Letters to Malcolm, chiefly on prayer. And so that book talks about like prayer and things like that. And it kind of reminds me of the Screwtape Letter, but more on the Christian side of a believer as far as prayer goes. Whereas Screwtape Letters, which y'all know, that's my book. That is my book all day. That one was also letters were written from the demonic side of things, right? And so yeah, I am so excited. I'm so excited to dive into these. C.S. Lewis is definitely going to be one of the authors that I try to read most of his works from this year, as well as A.W. Tozer. I do have quite a few of his books for sure. And so that is that. I do not want to pick up that S. I don't. It just fell. And I don't feel like picking it up, but I need to. But I'm not going to do it. Just not. So yeah, my back still hurts tremendously. And so I'm going to get some reading done, clean up around the house, just a little bit. It's 12:43. Gonna make me some lunch, make me some teriyaki noodles, most likely. Oh, and my mom got me some circus peanuts. I love circus peanuts, y'all. Circus peanuts are so freaking amazing. They're so good, delish. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I need to actually go through my bookshelf again. Y'all don't understand. I got so many books. It's ridiculous. I even have a tub of books under my bed. I need to get under my bed and clean. But she don't want to do that. And I need to. So I'm probably going to do that this weekend. I was supposed to go to the studio. Well, I wasn't supposed to go to the studio this weekend. I might have to. I do assist I do administration for one of my mentors, dance schools. And I assist every now and then with like helping the younger girls understand different ballet moves and stuff like that. I typically go every Sunday, but I go every other Saturday. I went this past Saturday. I wasn't gonna go this coming Saturday, but a situation arose that I might have to show up. And so yeah, but I need to clean this bookshelf. So I'm gonna go, and I'll come back when I get ready to read more of the book from Jill Eileen Smith. But I'm telling you guys now, I'm loving it. I hope it's a solid 5, but right now it's definitely looking like a 4 for me. Definitely looking like a 4. But that is it. I'm gonna go make me some teriyaki noodles and get a little bit of other things done. I'm gonna read my nonfiction, Christian nonfiction, and get my last day of my Bible reading plan, the confidence reading plan, done. So I'll be back. Hey guys, so it's currently 3:19, which is great because my appointment is actually at 4 o'clock. I read up to chapter 25, so you guys see 26, and then I'm at the 61% mark. So yeah, just gotta read chapters 26 to 39, and I'll be done with this book. And I am absolutely still loving the book. This second portion, which was chapter 15 and 26, has been interesting to see because you get to see the issue with Cain and Abel and how that kind of starts off and elevates. You also get to see how the enemy played a part in that even more of what could have possibly happened. You get to even see the plot of, you know, the whole daughters with the sons of, is it sons of God or sons of men? The fallen angels. That situation from the Bible, you get to see that get ready to take place. You get to see Cain have his prideful moments and just be a very prideful, egotistical man. And yeah, I love it. I am absolutely loving this book. I don't think that it could stare away from a 5-star read. I don't want to jinx it because I still have chapters 26 to 39 to go. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. It is amazing. I'm glad I read it all before 4 o'clock. And so I'm going to have my appointment with my doctor, chat it up with her, get work done, and then my son gets picked up by his dad every day after school, and he goes to his father's house to complete his homework. He doesn't get home till anywhere between like 7-8 o'clock. So I want to try to finish off this vlog today so that I can actually post it for Wednesday, because I really didn't even record anything for Wednesday. Yeah, that is the plan for now. So it's 3:21. I got about 45 minutes before my appointment. So I'm going to work on my client's other label, because the same client that I did the label for this morning actually asked for another label. So I need to work on that for her while I am, you know, sparing time. So I will come back on camera when I get to chapter 37. So that's 37, 38, 39. 38. I'll read 38 and 39 on camera and give you guys my final thoughts. But Miss Jill Eileen Smith, we are loving this, and I cannot wait for the physical copy to come. I have highlighted some of my favorite quotes, and I'll probably share that. I'll probably share that in a separate video, or probably towards the end. I'm not sure, because I don't want this to be spoilery. I definitely want to try to keep my videos non-spoilery, so we'll try. But yeah, 61% in, loving it. It's amazing. I can't wait for you all to even check it out when it comes out. I think this is a beautiful love story between God and his children, and it focuses on how we are the image of God. Like, God created everything else, right, with his words, but he created us with his hands. He formed us, and he formed us in his image, and how we are literally, like, we are part of God. Like, it is what it is, and like, it is absolutely mind-blowing. And also seeing how they lived back then, like with them sleeping with one another before God was like, you can't do it anymore. Because I know as a kid growing up, I was like, well, did they sleep with their brothers and sisters and stuff like that? Did they marry and have sex and all that? And I like that Jill does not steer away from that. Like, you get to see that the brothers and sisters are marrying each other, and it is okay by God's standard at this time because there were no other people, right? But obviously there comes a point within the Word of God where God is like, yeah, nah, chill, we're not doing it no more, because there was enough people on earth, right, to start mingling with others and not just siblings, even though technically we still all siblings. See, it gets confusing to me sometimes. Not confusing as like I don't understand, because I clearly understand, but confusing in my thoughts according to how society looks at things. Hopefully that makes sense. Either way, I'm loving this book. So yeah, I threw on this purple sweater. It has a hood and it has ears. I got it from Shein last year, and it is kind of cropped, but I only need it because it's a video chat. But yeah, I'm gonna go and get ready for my appointment. Hey guys, so I got book mail from Baker. If you guys can see, Baker sent me something, so let's see what it is. Oddly enough, it's my copy of Daughter of Eden. However, I have just finished reading it, so that's great. I can hold the book up. But yeah, I just, as you guys saw, finished reading the e-arc on my Kindle, and we now have a physical copy. That is so funny that it came literally in the midst of me finishing the book, whatever. But yeah, I finished it, and I think I'm gonna go with a solid 5-star read for this. This was beautiful. It wasn't as gripping for me as Esther was, but this was still well done, well written. I love the imagery. I love the use of scripture. I even loved her including the Park of Enoch and how he was taken to be with God, like he didn't die. I love that portion. And so Miss Jill Eileen Smith did a fantastic job with this, and the cover is just, she is stunning, you guys. Look at this cover. Yeah, solid 5 stars. I'm glad to now own the physical copy. This is the first of my physical copies that I have. If the other one does arrive, I will of course be doing a giveaway on it. I don't know where. I don't know if it'll be an email, through Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, but this is well done. Perfection. I don't even want to say anything else because I'm gonna do a separate a video review on this book. I'm going to dedicate a video to reviewing this book. But yeah, this was beautifully written. I love the imagery, I love the description, I love the use of scripture. I love all the characters, all of the children of Adam and Eve. I enjoyed even the part with the Nephilim, and you know, seeing the background of how Satan may have thought on how to sort of deter God from, you know, his creation, us. And I think this was just amazing, amazing, and definitely top tier for me, for her. So this is definitely my second 5-star read for Miss Jill Eileen Smith. I 100% recommend it. And yeah, I'm blown away. There are no words. And I appreciated the fact that she included time skips at the top. Like you knew how much time had skipped. It wasn't like other books where it was like time skipped, but you didn't know how much time skipped until you read, and you was like, oh, they're a couple of years older type thing. I just loved seeing the development of Adam and Eve from their creation up until the death of Eve. Beautifully done. And I think this is a hit. This is a solid hit. It is a banger, as you know, the young kids say. It's a banger. But yeah, this was well done. Highly recommended, 100%. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. If you made it to the end, post up some greenery. I don't know if it's gonna be a tree or just a plant. Just post up some greenery. We're gonna use that to represent Miss Eve in the Garden of Eden. But yeah, I'm gonna go. My back is on fire. It's on fire. It's on fire. I did have my appointment with the neurologist, and it pretty much went well. There have been some improvements with the medication that I've been taking, but not massive improvement. So we are trying some new things around for the next 3 months to see if that helps a little bit more. I actually now do have a migraine going on, which is why I don't have my glasses on, which I probably should have my glasses on, but I'm gonna just lay back down. But yeah, top tier. Definitely recommend this book. She's gorgeous. I love it. And so that is all I have to say about this. So I'm gonna go and rest and edit this video so that I can post it up on Wednesday. I don't have to wait, which I'm so excited about. I can post this for Wednesday. So yeah, and for those who are a part of the membership, the prayer will be posted for Friday. And I realized that the prayer for January I ended up making public, which I didn't mean to do. And so if you heard it, awesome, but I did switch it back to just the membership only. So those who have joined the YouTube membership have only access to that prayer. So I have to make sure that I do that again for Friday's video. But yeah, Wednesday's video is going to be this. So today, like I said, is the 31st of January, so you'll be seeing this tomorrow for Wednesday, February 1st. So happy February to everyone. We made it to a new month if you're watching this on the day that it's supposed to be posted. And yeah, so this is Wednesday's. Friday's video is going to be that February prayer, and then Saturday, I don't know what video I'm making, honestly, because I was gonna put up my updated prayer wall, but I moved that back I think a week or two. So yeah, might do a, I'm not gonna say that, because the minute I start saying ideas, things just don't pan out. So I'm trying to get the content calendar together as far as like content I'm going to be posting. I have all the, like, I typically will have like my upcoming video ideas posted in the description so you guys can see what kind of videos will be coming toward you guys. And they're never in a particular order because I might change dates around. But yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna go, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.